Hello students, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well and taking good care of your study at home. So here, this is the video of class 10th biology, and as you all know that we are studying chapter 2, which is control and coordination. So today's topic is chemical coordination in animals. In the previous video, in the first part of this topic, we studied about that the endocrine system and the endocrine glands which are found in our body. So in the previous video we talked about some glands which are found in our endocrine system, that is pituitary, thyroid and parathyroid. So you know that in case of chemical coordination, our body has so many glands which secrete a special kind of chemical which are called hormones. These hormones regulate the activities of our cells, and hence they control and coordinate the whole system in our body. So the different kind of endocrine glands present in our body at different location, and we saw that in our brain there are three kind of endocrine glands. So the first one is pituitary, second is pineal, and third is hypothalamus. Okay, and in our throat area there is a gland which is called thyroid gland. It is in the form of butterfly. It has two lobes, and the posterior surface of the thyroid gland there are four lobes are present, which are the parathyroid gland. Now in our body we saw that at below the stomach there is an organ which is called pancreas, and it is the largest endocrine gland which is found in our body, and it behaves like both exocrine as well as endocrine. And we saw that on the upper part of our kidney we have two pyramid like structure on both the kidneys that are called adrenal gland. And in female, the reproductive organ which is called ovary, it also behaves like endocrine gland. And in male there is a male reproductive organ which is called testis, and it is also having the endocrine functions. So these are the main endocrine glands found in our body which secrete hormones. There is another gland found in our chest area above the heart, that is called thymus. It also and this is the gland which is also a part of our immune system, and it also having the function that of endocrine, and it releases a hormone as well. So let's talk about the remaining glands found in our body and their hormones. So today we will talk about the gland which is called as adrenal gland. It is very important glands found in our body just above the kidney. So just above the kidney there is a pyramid like structure found, that are called adrenal gland. Okay, and these adrenal glands are very important and secrete some hormones which regulate our body functions. The adrenal glands are two pyramid shaped glands lying atop the kidney. Okay, on the top of the kidney there are two pyramid shaped glands, one known as adrenal glands. These adrenal glands consist of an outer portion, the adrenal cortex, and an inner portion, the medulla. Okay, if you see the inner structure of adrenal gland, you will see there is an outer portion which is called, okay, which this outer portion, okay, this outer portion is called the adrenal cortex, and the portion which is found in the center, this portion is called medulla. Okay, so the every adrenal gland having two portions, the outer portion is called adrenal cortex, and the inner portion, the mid portion, is called medulla. The adrenal cortex secretes a family of steroids called corticosteroids. The hormones which are secreted from the adrenal gland, they are the steroids. Okay, and they are called corticosteroids collectively. The two main types of steroid hormones that are secreted by the adrenal gland, they are called mineralocorticoid and glucocorticoid. The mineralocorticoid control mineral metabolism in our body. It has the function to control and regulate the mineral metabolism in our body, while the Yes, the mineralocorticoid accelerate mineral reabsorption in the kidneys. It regulates the mineral metabolism, and also it accelerate in it increases the reabsorption of mineral from the kidneys. Okay, and mineral corticoid secretion is regulated by the ACTH. Okay, from the pituitary gland. The ACTH hormones secrete from the pituitary gland. It regulates and control the secretion of mineralocorticoid from the adrenal gland. The adrenal medulla produces two hormones. Okay, so the medulla part of adrenal gland produces two hormones. What are these two hormones? Epinephrine, which is also called adrenaline. Second is norepinephrine, which is called noradrenaline. So these two hormones are very important. Epinephrine increases heart rate, blood pressure, and the blood supply to skeletal muscles. Epinephrine function is in a stressful situation to promote the fight or flight response. In case of any emergency and a stressful situation, the epinephrine increases the heart rate, blood pressure, and the blood supply to the skeletal muscle, so that our body can be prepared for facing that stressful and emergency situation. Now we will talk about the next endocrine gland, that is called pancreas, which is actually exocrine as well. Okay, so pancreas is located just beneath the stomach. So this is the stomach, and under the stomach there is this organ. This is called pancreas, leaf-like organ. The pancreas is located just behind the stomach. Its endocrine portion consists of cell cluster called the islet of Langerhans. So you have to remember that pancreas is exocrine as well as endocrine in nature. Okay, the cells which are endocrine in nature, they are called islets of Langerhans, which secrete the hormone. The pancreas produces two hormones. What are these two hormones? These two hormones are insulin and glucagon. The islet of Langerhans are endocrine in nature and produces hormones. Okay, and that cells are called islets of Langerhans. The group of cells which are found in pancreas, which are endocrine in nature and produce hormones, they are called islets of Langerhans. The two hormones are secreted from the pancreas, which are called as insulin and glucagon. This insulin is a protein. Okay, it is a hormone which is protein in nature, and that promotes the passage of glucose molecule into the body cells and regulate glucose metabolism. Okay, the insulin is the hormone which facilitates the glucose to get into the cells. Okay, with the help of insulin, the cells are able to take up the glucose inside it, and in the absence of the insulin, the glucose cannot get into the cell from the blood, and in the absence of insulin, glucose is removed from the blood and excreted in the kidney. A condition is called diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus is characterized by glucose in the urine, heavy urination, excessive thirst, and a generally sluggish body metabolism. The second pancreatic hormone, glucagon, stimulates the breakdown of glycogen to glucose into the liver. You know that the extra glucose from the blood goes into the liver and convert it into the glycogen so that it can be stored here. So the extra glucose from the blood goes into the liver, converted into the glycogen, and get stored. So the glucagon hormone, what does it do? It converts the glycogen into the glucose again, so that the availability of glucose in the blood will be maintained. It also releases fat from the adipose tissue so that the fat can be used for the production of carbohydrates. Glucagon also produces also having the effect of the adipose tissue, so that the fat will be released from the adipose tissue for the production of carbohydrate. Now we will talk about the another endocrine glands which are found in our body. In female, there is an organ which is called ovary, and in female there is an organ which is called testis. Both these organs are the organs found in our reproductive system, as well as they because they produce hormones, so they are included in the endocrine system as well. Okay, so the in female, the ovary is found in the abdominal region. It has in one pair, and right and left ovary, and the testis is located in outside the body, uh, in a pouch like covering that is called a scrotum, and the testis is also in one pair. So we'll talk about the ovary. Ovaries secrete a hormone which is called estrogen. Okay, the hormone which is secreted from the ovaries, they are called, this is called estrogen. What does this do? This estrogen encourages the development of secondary female characteristic. You know that estrogen is also known as the female sex hormone. Okay, and you know that during the puberty, this hormone is released from the ovaries, and they develop the secondary female characteristic in the female body. The testes secrete the group of hormones which are called androgens. Okay, and these androgens are responsible to promote the secondary male characteristic in the male body. The one kind of androgen is called testosterone. It is the male sex hormone, and it is very important for the development of secondary sexual character in the male, and as well as it also play a very important role in the formation of a sperm, and in reproduction. Now we'll talk about the another gland, that is pineal gland. Pineal gland is the gland which is located in our brain, just behind the midbrain. Just behind the midbrain, there is a very small organ, very small gland which is called pineal gland. Okay, here this is the pineal gland. Located behind the midbrain. This pineal gland is a very tiny gland in the midbrain. Its functions are largely unknown, but it seems to regulate mating behavior and day and night cycle. It releases a hormone which is called melatonin. Okay, pineal gland release a hormone which is called melatonin. This melatonin hormone regulate the pattern of wake and sleep. Okay, this hormone released from the pineal gland, known as melatonin, is responsible to regulate our sleeping and waking pattern. Okay, and next is the thymus gland. Thymus gland is located between the lungs above the heart. Okay, this is the thymus gland, located between the two lungs, okay, and above the heart, just above the heart it is located. It is located in the neck tissues. It secretes thymosins, the hormone which is released from the thymus gland. It is called thymosin. Thymosin is responsible for the development of T lymphocytes of immune system. T lymphocytes are the type of white blood cells. Okay, this is a kind of white blood cells which are responsible for our immune system. It is the part of our immune system. These T lymphocytes are very important white blood cells which are present in our body that fight against infection and help to be safe from the infection. So the thymosin is the hormone which is released from the thymus gland and help it affects and influence the development of the T lymphocyte cells, which is a kind of white blood cells in our immune system. Now we'll talk about the hormones a little bit. The hormones are the chemical messengers. You can define it like this. Hormones are the chemical messengers that regulate the biological processes in living organism. If we talk about the characteristic of hormones, then you can say that the hormones are produced by ductless glands. Okay, ductless glands means the glands which do not have duct, and their secretion is directly releases into the blood. Okay, so unlike the exocrine glands, the ductless glands, endocrine glands, do not have ducts, and they directly release their secretion into the blood, which is present in the capillaries nearby. They are released in the traces. Okay, the amount of hormones are released in very small amount, in a very little quantity, but it has large effect. It releases in very little amount, but it has a large and vast effect in our body. They act on specific tissues, okay, or organs called target organs. Okay, the organs on which the hormone act, that organs are called target organs. Okay, and hormones are the organic compounds. These are the organic compounds, and they are generally slow in action. They act in a very slow manner, but they have long lasting effects. They can act away from the site of production. From where they produce, the effect can be far from that site of production. Now let's summarize the endocrine glands. Okay, so the first is hypothalamus. It is present in the brain, and what does it secrete? It secretes releasing hormones and inhibitory hormones. And what is the function of hypothalamus? The hormones which are released from the hypothalamus that regulate the secretion of hormone from the pituitary gland. Second, we talked about pituitary gland, which is also called master gland. It is just present just below the brain, and it secretes several enzymes, for example, growth hormone, prolactin, and various stimulating hormones. Okay, and all these hormones control the development of bone and muscles, and control the metabolism, and controls the effect of other endocrine glands. That's why this is called master gland. Thyroid gland. Thyroid glands are attached to windpipe. They release the hormone which is called thyroxine. It contains iodine, and thyroxine control the rate of metabolism of fat, protein, and carbohydrate. Parathyroid. 4 parathyroid glands embedded in thyroid glands, posterior part of our thyroid glands, and this releases a hormone called parathormone. This parathormone having the function of regulation of calcium and phosphate level in our blood. Next is thymus. Thymus is present in lower part of our neck and upper part of our chest. Thymus hormone is released from the thymus, and it plays a role in the development of immune system in the body. It influences the development of T lymphocyte cells. Next is pancreas. It is both exocrine as well as endocrine, just below the stomach. It produces two main hormones called insulin and glucagon. Both these hormones control the blood sugar level. Insulin lowers blood sugar level, glucagon higher the blood sugar level. In the absence of insulin, we face a problem. We suffer with a disease that is called diabetes. Adrenal. Both exocrine and endocrine in nature, located on the top of the two kidney, and releases so many hormones. The very important hormone is adrenaline. It regulates heartbeat, breathing rate, blood pressure, and carbohydrate metabolism. Next, we studied about the male reproductive organ, which is called testis, present in males only outside the abdominal cavity within the scrotum, and it releases a male sex hormone called testosterone. Testosterone is responsible for the development of male sex organ, male sex features such as deeper voice, beard, etc., and also makes the male gamete, which is sperm. Next, we talked about the ovary. Ovary is the female reproductive organ, and it is present only in the females, and it secretes the hormones estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen control the development of the female sex organ and female sex features such as feminine voice, soft skin, mammary glands, etc. Progesterone maintaining the pregnancy, control the uterus, changing during the menstrual cycle, and ovaries make the female gamete called ova or egg. Okay, the ovaries are the organs in which the female gamete called as ova or egg are formed, and the formation of egg is also controlled by these hormones estrogen and progesterone. So that is the sum up of the endocrine system. So that's all for this video. Thank you.